Southern States Material Handling has designed a phased implementation for new pick lanes with carton flow on the bottom and pushback bulk rack above, in addition to a 2-level picking solution for the split pick orders at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits in Orlando, Florida. The phased approach, as it was presented to us, was phase 1 would be this shaded area here, where everything would get torn down. All of the racking, all of the conveyor, and all of the catwalk would be torn down. Phase 2 would then be moving into this shaded area and removing both of these pick modules before reinstalling racking where these pick modules are, which is shown here. Phase 3 would then move into putting rack back into where we tore out from phase 1. The concern with this phase is it does not provide storage capacity for ABC to complete storage or do picking of orders during the process of the rebuild. For this reason, we are suggesting to make phase 1 this shaded area here, where we would tear out all of the racking and conveyors from where the pick module is over. Everything that is floor stored underneath this area here would, while phase 1 was being completed. Upon completion of the tear out for phase 1, the rebuild of the racking that would go into that area, which is here, that build would start immediately following the teardown. This phase 1 racking would provide capacity for 729 pallet positions of bulk storage for pallets that are 52 inches high, 396 pallet positions of bulk storage for pallets that are 80 inches high, and 1,764 case pick locations where we can be 11 cases deep per lane. The middle aisle shown here, that is narrower, would be for the put away, and the outside lanes shown here and the middle lane shown here would be for picking, and would allow enough space between racking for 2 forklifts to pass by each other as operators would be picking orders. Phase 1 would be 100% complete with turnover to ABC before teardown of phase 2 would begin to ensure capacity to operate is provided back to ABC before the phase 2 area is taken, so that we can tear down the racking, the conveyor, and the catwalk. Once phase 1 was complete and completely turned over to ABC is when the start of phase 2, which is shown in this shaded area, would begin. This shaded area goes from where the current pick module is currently set up, which is where the new racking would come to, over to where the existing pick module is, that is located right outside the warehouse manager's office. Once all the conveyor and the catwalk is removed, the installation of the new racking, which is shown here, the installation for this racking would begin immediately following. The phase 2 racking would provide approximately 648 pallet locations for pallets that are 52 inches tall, 352 pallet locations for pallets that are 80 inches tall, and 1,176 case pick locations that could fit 15 cases per level, since these systems would be 4 pallets deep instead of 3 pallets deep. Like with phase 2, phase 3 would not begin until phase 2 was 100% complete and turned over to ABC. Phase 3 is the area shown that is shaded here. This includes the 2 pick modules that are outside of the warehouse manager's office currently. The conveyor within these pick modules would be removed when the pick modules were removed. Once teardown was complete, building of the new storage system would begin. It would include 2 3-deep systems as shown here, and 1 4-deep system as shown here. Phase 3 would also include pallet racking, as selective pallet racking as shown here, with 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3. With the addition of this racking, phase 3 would provide 960 pallet positions for a 52-inch tall pallet in bulk storage, 440 pallet that were 80 inches tall in bulk storage, 1,944 case pick locations, and the selective racking would provide 1,440 pallet positions for pallets 52 inches tall. Like with the phases before, Phase 4 would not begin until after Phase 3 was 100% complete and turned over to ABC. Phase 4 teardown would include the removal of all of the selective racking shown in this area, as well as the selective racking shown in this area. Removal of this room enclosing wall here and here would be by ABC contractor. Phase 4 installation is a complete picking solution for the split pick orders. Split pick order would be pulled to ABC totes. Those totes would then be pushed down manual gravity conveyor onto powered conveyor that would run along the wall, turn in this corner, and come out in the front for pallets to be built. The two conveyor lines shown where pallets would be built, representing one line from the downstairs and one line from the upstairs. The system flows towards the back wall to allow pallets to be passed through the lift gate with easy access to the ends of each of the pay lanes. The case flow would have 3 levels above the conveyor and 1 level that would come out underneath the conveyor, as shown in this picture here. With a case size that is 11 inches wide by 13 inches deep by 12 inches high, we can fit 8 lanes per level, which provide 4,420 total pick faces. One thing you may note is the proposed employee break room was moved for this layout over to here instead of it being along the back wall here. We do have a scenario that would maintain the 4,420 pick faces while leaving the employee break room in the back corner here. However, due to the increased forklift traffic that would be coming in this aisle here, in order to pick up built pallets, we moved the break room to here due to employee safety concerns. Thank you for your time, and I hope this presentation was helpful. Thank you.